Welcome to a quick session with your farm instructor. I want to teach you about cherry plant. Listen and learn. Originally from present-day Turkey, the cherry prunus is now found all over the world. A favorite summer treat for many, cherries can be in short supply. Planting a cherry tree in your garden is a great way to stock up. However, growing fruit trees is no mean feat. It requires care and attention for a number of years. Here are a few things to take into consideration before you start planting. How to plant a cherry tree, potted or bare root. At your local garden center, cherry varieties may be sold potted or as a bare root tree. Potted cherry trees are usually cultivated in greenhouses and are rooted in their pot. They should be available to plant year-round. Bare root trees, meanwhile, are freshly harvested and brought to the nursery wrapped in a simple baling cloth. They are usually only available in early spring or autumn. When deciding which to buy, remember that bare root trees are relatively hardy because of their outdoor cultivation. However, what container cherries might lack in strength, they make up for in speed, because they do not need to spend extra energy regrowing root mass. Potted cherry trees develop particularly well in their first year outside. When to plant cherry trees are best planted in autumn, October, November. This gives them enough time to root during the winter months and sprout in the spring. You could also plant a cherry tree in early spring, March, April on a frost-free day. Planting cherry trees. Planting instructions. Once you have picked out a cherry tree, be sure to plant it as quickly as possible. Here is how. Materials you'll need to plant a cherry tree. Have these tools and materials to hand: spade, shovel, pickaxe, supporting rod, binding material, hammer, gardening shears, potting soil, compost soil, trunk protection, coconut fiber protecting mat. Select a suitable location. It is important to spend a little time selecting a suitable location to plant your tree. Cherry trees prefer a warm, sunny and protected area. The soil should not be too heavy nor wet. Cherries do not tolerate waterlogging. Well-aerated soil with a high humus content is ideal. Dig a hole. In order to plant your cherry tree, you'll need a hole about twice as wide as the root ball. Create an outline with your shovel and start digging. It is a good idea to keep the dug-up soil nearby, as you will need it again later. Next, you will need to add a supporting post for the tree. Drive the rod or post into the hole you have just dug. The support should be about the same height as the trunk of the cherry tree. It is best to place the supporting post on the west edge of the hole, so that the wind pushes the tree away from the post, and not against it. It is essential you prepare the hole. This extra care and attention will ensure excellent growing conditions for the cherry tree from day one. Add a good layer of fresh potting soil to the hole and mix it well with some compost. It is also a good idea to add some fertilizer. Now, on to planting. Place the tree in the middle of the hole and fill in the hole with the dug-up soil. Lightly step on the soil to close any cavities. If you have problems with rodents, attach a trunk protector to shield your young tree from pests and to protect it from strong winds. Tie the bottom of the shield to the supporting rod. And remember, do not tie the tree too tightly to its support. Finally, be sure to water the cherry tree thoroughly. This will ensure that the soil settles and that water will be able to reach the tree's roots. At times, weed growth around the base of the tree can rob the young tree of vital nutrients. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you have gained knowledge about cherry plant from your farm instructor.